The world of K-pop fashion has just been shattered. Let that sink in for a moment. It wasn't a new luxury brand ambassador, a groundbreaking music video styling, or a viral TikTok challenge that did it. It was one statement from one idol. A sentiment so simple, so pure, and yet so profoundly revolutionary that it has fundamentally changed the game. You thought you knew Lee Felix, didn't you? Stray Kids' very own sunshine, the human embodiment of serotonin with a voice that could command the deepest oceans. We see him, we adore him. We worship his iconic visuals, his powerful stage presence, that legendary deep voice that comes from such a bright soul. But what if I told you there's a whole other layer to him? A philosophical core that dictates his every style choice, a mindset so free and unburdened that it's quietly breaking down walls we didn't even realize were still standing. Picture this: a world where gender isn't a barrier, but merely a suggestion. A world where the words masculine and feminine in fashion are not rules, but just colors on a palette. A world where the only kings and queens that matter are fit and comfort. And recently, our very own visual king, Felix, looked directly into the camera and laid this philosophy bare for the entire world to hear. This wasn't just him talking about his clothes. This was a declaration. This was a manifesto. But what exactly did he say that sent such shockwaves through the fandom? How did stays and netizens across the globe react to this bold perspective? And most importantly, is this the beginning of a new, more inclusive fashion revolution within the rigid structures of the K-pop industry? Strap in, because we're about to dive deep into the moment Lee Felix redefined what it means to be stylish. All right, Stay, let's set the scene. You've seen it, I've seen it, we've all lost our minds over it on Twitter. Felix's fashion sense is, for lack of a better word, iconic. This is an idol who can wear a bespoke, impeccably tailored designer suit and look like he was born to wear royalty. And then in the very next breath, he can throw on an oversized hoodie, some baggy cargo pants, and a beanie, and somehow look even more iconic. He makes comfort look like the ultimate luxury. We've all been there, frantically typing out tweets like, "Lee Felix in a suit is my religion," or "His visuals are illegal tonight," or simply, "He ate and left no crumbs." Every appearance is a masterclass in style. But haven't you ever wondered, in the quiet moments between scrolling through fan cams, what the secret is? Is it just the work of a genius stylist? Though, let's be real, the Stray Kids styling team deserves every award imaginable. Is it just his god-tier visuals, that perfect bone structure that could make a potato sack look like high fashion? Well, prepare to have your mind blown. The secret isn't just in the clothes. It's not just in the stylist's rack. The secret, the real, raw, powerful secret, lies in his mind, in his perception of what fashion even is. It's his philosophy, and in a moment that was probably just another casual conversation for him, another Weverse Live or interview answer, he shared that secret with the world. He answered a question about his personal style with a level of unassuming wisdom that has since set the internet ablaze. That one sentence, so casually dropped, became the key to understanding the effortless cool that is Lee Felix. So what was this earth-shattering statement? What were the exact words that have us all in a chokehold? The core of it is this. Felix revealed that when he chooses his clothes, he doesn't pay much mind to traditional gender norms. You heard that right. He doesn't get bogged down by what's for men or for women. For Felix, the only criteria that truly matter, the ultimate deciders, are whether the clothing fits him well and, more importantly, whether it makes him feel comfortable. Let's just pause and let the weight of that settle. In an industry and a world that is still deeply entangled with gendered expectations, where lines are often strictly drawn, an idol of his stature simply stepped over them. He didn't make a big, angry speech. He didn't declare a protest. He just stated his personal truth with a calm, unwavering confidence that said, "Your rules don't apply to me." This isn't necessarily about him wearing a skirt or a dress on stage, though let's be clear, if he ever did, he would absolutely rock it, and we would all collectively ascend. This is about the mindset. It's about the freedom to express oneself without the constraints of a men's or women's section in a store. It's what allows him to wear a blouse with delicate, frilly details and still exude an undeniable, powerful aura. It's what lets him incorporate harnesses, pearls, or flowing silhouettes into his stage outfits without a second thought. He can embrace soft pastels like pink and lavender with the same authority as he does black and leather. The clothing don't define his gender. His confidence and identity define the clothing. He wears the clothes never wear him. This philosophy is the very essence of what makes his style so relatable to our generation. We are the generation that champions individuality. We are tired of the outdated, toxic boxes of masculinity that tell boys not to cry and only wear certain colors. We believe that fashion is a universal language of self-expression, a way to tell the world who you are without saying a word. And to see one of the biggest idols in the world, a male idol in the often conservative K-pop industry, echo this belief, it's not just validating, it's empowering. And erupt, it did. The moment his words hit the digital sphere, it was like a spark to a powder keg of support and admiration. Twitter, as it always is, for moments like these, was the epicenter of the quake. The quote was translated into dozens of languages, spreading across timelines like wildfire. Stays were, understandably, losing their collective minds. The tweets were a thing of beauty. One fan wrote, "Felix really just looked at the entire fashion industry and said, 'Gender is a social construct. Let me be pretty in peace.' And I have never respected him more." Another said, "I always knew there was something uniquely refreshing about Felix's aura. Now I know it's because his mind is as beautiful and open as his face. This is why he's my ult bias." The praise wasn't just confined to 280-character tweets either. TikTok exploded with video edits. Compilations of Felix's most iconic and gender-fluid fashion moments were set to empowering anthems with captions like, "When your bias is effortlessly breaking gender norms," and "Lee Felix, proving that fashion has no gender, only vibes." The hashtags, whether it was Felix Fashion Freedom or something similar, started trending globally. It was a cultural moment, proving that what Felix said wasn't just a passing comment, but it was a sentiment that resonated with millions of young people worldwide. So, after the tweets have been posted, the TikToks have been made, and the dust has begun to settle, what are we left with? What is the true impact of Lee Felix's words? Perhaps through him, we are all reminded of a simple, beautiful truth that we often forget in the relentless chase of trends. Fashion should be fun. It should be a source of joy, a playground for self-discovery. It should not be a source of anxiety, a rigid set of rules to follow, or a cage that confines you. His mantra, "Does it fit? Does it feel good?" is a mantra we should all adopt. It's about what feels right on your skin and what resonates with your soul. Felix, perhaps without even fully intending to, has become a beacon of modern self-expression. He is a living, breathing reminder that the single most important accessory you will ever wear is your confidence. It's more valuable than any limited edition sneaker, more striking than any piece of jewelry. His style is powerful precisely because it comes from within. It's a reflection of his inner comfort and security. And now, this is where I turn it over to you. The conversation doesn't end here. In fact, it's just beginning. First, I want to know your thoughts. What was your immediate reaction when you heard Felix's perspective on fashion and gender? Do you agree that personal comfort and style should always come before outdated societal labels? Second, and this is a more personal one, have you ever held back from wearing something you truly loved because you were worried about being judged? Did Felix's statement give you a little more courage to wear what makes you feel authentically you? And finally, the most exciting question of all, what's next? Where does Felix go from here? Now that he's laid his cards on the table, do you think we'll see him take even bolder, more experimental steps with his fashion? Could we see him collaborating with avant-garde designers who champion gender-fluid collections? Might he become an unofficial ambassador for a more inclusive and expressive era in K-pop fashion? The possibilities are endless, and I want to hear all your theories, your hopes, and your wildest predictions. Let your imaginations run wild in the comment section down below. This is a safe space to discuss, to share, and to celebrate individuality. And while you're down there, don't forget to show some love. If this video made you think, or made you feel seen, or just made you appreciate the incredible person that is Lee Felix a little bit more, then hit that like button, share this with a fellow stay, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the moments that define K-pop culture. Turn on those notifications so you never miss a conversation. To every single one of you who stayed until the very end, thank you. You are the most amazing part of this community. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, and never be afraid to wear what makes you feel like you.